it feel to enter the all-new and expanded universe? It's Star Wars like you've never seen before. You're being chased by the Empire on the new speeder bike. Slam on the air brakes.
Fire!
And let them have it. Now, defend Bespin in the new Cloud car. Stabilizers out, going in. Stormtroopers going down. Then heat up Hoth in the new Rebel air speeder. Go one-on-one with AT-AT walkers. Attack wings locked, missile fired, AT-AT burned. Imagine where Star Wars will take you next. The Star Wars Expanded Universe vehicles come with figure, each sold separately.
Imagine our surprise when we discovered a pair of dreadnoughts waiting directly in our path.
Turn around, please. Slowly, of course.
This is your problem, Jedi. Leave me out of it.
Our commander was rather hoping you'd accompany us back to our base.
And just how hard was your commander hoping this?
Very much. The commander seemed extremely interested in meeting again with Captain Solo. Is that you, Kabarak?
Yes, Lady Vader. I have come alone, as I promised. Are you also alone?
As is a protocol droid. I would like to bring the droid along to help with translation. Chewbacca, as we agreed, will stay here. I have to go alone, Chewie.
What is the problem?
My pilot doesn't like the idea of me going off alone with you.
He is under a life debt to you.
Yes.
The Wookiee Code of Honor is similar to our own. He may come with you.
Would you rather he have said you had to stay here? Thank you, Kabarak. We accept. How long will the trip to your world take, by the way?
Approximately 4 days. I await the honor of your presence aboard my ship.
It's incredible. I know Kabarak said it had been devastated in the war, but I didn't realize he really meant the whole planet had been hit. No wonder the Emperor and Vader were able to turn them against us. We have to find some way to help them. No! I can't believe Kabarak would do this. Chewie, no! But if he doesn't check in, they'll know something's wrong.
The Lady Vader speaks truth. Then you leave me no choice.
What? Kabarak?
A stun weapon only. I have not betrayed you, Lady Vader. Now we must make a decision. My intention had been to bring you to ground in the city of Nisteo, but that is now impossible. Our Imperial Lord has come and is holding a convocate of the dynasts.
Where are we going, Kabarak? Can you trust the other villagers to keep quiet?
Do not worry. I will keep you safe.
Excuse me, sir. A Nogri commando ship on its way in almost didn't give the recognition response in time.
We have an ID on the pilot.
Yes, sir. His name's Kabarak. Clan Kimbar.
You have something to report, Captain? A small anomaly only, sir. An incoming commando ship was slow to transmit its recognition signal, and then declined to put down at the Nisteo landing area.
Let it land, and order a tech team from the Chimera to meet us at the ship's final destination. Dynaster Chaim, Clan Kimbar, step forward.
What is your wish, my lord?
One of your people has come home. We go to his village to welcome him.
At my lord's request.
Wouldn't it be easier, sir, to have the ship and pilot brought here to us?
Kaparak, Clan Kimbar, was once part of Commando Team 22. Does that jog any memories?
That was the team that went after Leo Organa Solo on Kashyyyk.
I think it might be instructive to hear from him the details of that failed mission, and to find out just why he's trying so hard to avoid us.
I must go first. By custom, I must approach alone to the Tuka upon arrival. I'm required to announce out-clan visitors to the head of my family.
I understand. He'll be back soon.
I'm certain he's telling the truth. Customs and rituals of this sort are very common among more socially primitive pre-spaceflight cultures.
Where are you going?
Come. The matriarch is waiting. Mila Tarasiv Malari Ush Vira Veda Ush.
Can you understand it?
It appears to be a dialect of the ancient trade language.
Shama!
She said, quiet.
Is this how you speak to the Malari-Ush?
What proof do you offer to your claim of Malari Ush? I greet you, Lady Veda, but I do not welcome you.
May I ask why not?
You bring discord and poison among us.
Are you sure they're Imperials? Not now. Not yet.
He says he has sworn protection to us. He asks that the pledge be honored.
Come with me. The matriarch has agreed to hide you from our Lord the Grand Admiral. If the Imperials have sensor equipment with them, your life sign profiles will register as different from Nogri.
I know. We need a heat source. As big a one as possible.
The big house.
Sounds like our best chance. Kabarak, you hide 3PO. Chewie, come with me.
Dynast.
I greet you, my lord. You honor my family and the clan Kimbar with your presence here.
You may rise. You are Kabarak, Clan Kimbar.
I am, my lord.
You were once a member of the Imperial Nogri Commando Team 22. A team that ceased to exist on the planet Kashyyyk. Tell me what happened.
I transmitted my report, my lord.
Yes, I read the report. Read it very carefully, and noted the questions it left unanswered, such as how and why you survived when all others in your team were killed, and how it was you were able to escape when the entire planet had been alerted to your presence, and why you did not return immediately to either Honegar or one of our other bases after your failure.
I left for a time to be alone.
Why?
To think, my lord, and to meditate.
You were slow to respond when the request for a recognition signal came from the surface. You then refused to land at the Nesteo port facilities.
I did not refuse, my lord. I was never ordered to land here.
The distinction is noted. You have a report, Ensign?
We think we've located the malfunction, sir. The main transmitter coil seems to have overloaded and backfed into a dump capacitor.
An interesting set of coincidences. A natural malfunction, do you think? Or an artificial one?
Impossible to say, sir.
Thank you.
Lady Luck, this is Cena. We've arrived.
Yes, we noticed. I expect you want us to follow you down.
Right. The Peregrine will drop the magnetic coupling whenever you're ready to fly.
You've heard of it?
Not the ship, no. The Peregrine was an old Corellian scare legend they used to tell when I was a kid. He was some old ghostly guy who'd been cursed to wander around the world forever. Used to make me feel real creepy.
Well, try to remember it was just a legend.
Sure. I know that.
Would you look at that? What is this? Someone's private army?
Looks that way.
You sure you want to go through with this?
I don't think we've got a whole lot of choice.
Welcome to our base of operations. If you'll come with us, the commander is waiting to meet you.
Busy-looking place you got here. You getting ready to start a war or something?
We're not in the business of starting wars.
You know, this place looks a lot like one of the old Alliance bases we used to work out of.
It does look that way, doesn't it?
You've had dealings with the Alliance, then?
The commander asked to see you for a moment alone, Captain Solo.
Right. Senator Bell Iblis. Welcome to Peregrine's Nest, Captain Solo. I'm flattered you still remember me.
It'd be hard for any Corellian to forget you, sir. But you...
We're dead?
Well, yes. I mean, everyone thought you died on Anchoron.
In a very real sense, I did. The Emperor wasn't quite able to kill me at Anchoron. He forced me outside the law I'd worked so hard to create and maintain. I imagine you understand the feeling.
We could really have used this army of yours during the war.
We probably couldn't have done much to help. But there'll be time to talk about that later. Right now, I see you standing there trying to figure out exactly when it was we met.
Tell you the truth, I haven't got a clue.
I'll give you a hint. You were all of 11 at the time.
You mean in school?
Correct.
I'm sorry, but I still don't remember.
You asked two irreverently phrased yet highly pointed questions. I've been keeping a somewhat loose eye on you ever since. Right now, your friend outside is probably getting nervous. Come introduce me to him.
Senator, this is Lando Calrissian, one-time general of the Rebel Alliance. Lando, Senator Garm Bel Iblis.
You met my chief advisor and unofficial ambassador at large, Cena Lakevold Magdanel, and I understood Irina's was with you.
She was needed back at the ship, sir. Our other guest required some soothing.
Yes, Council Aide Braylea. Leaving him in the middle of an Imperial raid would have been more than simply awkward.
You seem to be on good terms with Braylea, Senator.
And you'd like to know just what those good terms entail.
As a matter of fact, sir, yes, I would.
You still have that underlying refusal to flinch before authority, don't you? Good. Come on over to the headquarters lounge, and I'll tell you anything you want to know. And after that, I'll have some questions to ask you as well. I have important information for the Grand Admiral. I don't have time for these little games of yours.
They are not games. Stalking skills must be practiced or lost.
Practice on someone else. I have work to do.
Beautiful, aren't they? They're Corellian flame miniatures. One of that very short list of art forms which others have tried to copy, but never truly been able to duplicate. And yet somehow there's something about them that's never been captured by anyone else. This was taken by the Relentless 2 days ago off the planet New Kov, Captain. Watch closely. Comments?
Looks like our old friends are back.
One of the 2 ships they were rescuing was identified by the Relentless as the Lady Luck, with Han Solo and Lando Calrissian aboard. That was a Corellian leading that task force, Captain.
Solo is Corellian, isn't he?
Yes. One reason I think they're still in the negotiation stage.
Admiral Thrawn, we have the contact you requested with the Relentless.
Good day, Captain Dorja. You have the prisoner I asked for?
Right here, sir. His name is Niles Ferrier. We picked him and his crew up during the raid on New Kov.
Captain Ferrier, our records indicate that you specialize in spaceship theft, yet you were picked up on New Kov with a cargo of biomolecules aboard your ship. Would you care to explain?
I've been very helpful to the Empire in the past, Admiral.
And were paid outrageous sums of money in all cases. However, there may be a way for you to pay back this new debt. Did you happen to notice the ships attacking the Relentless as you were trying to sneak away from the planet?
Of course I did. They were Rendili Star Drive dreadnoughts. Probably undergone a lot of refitting.
I want them.
You mean me?
You have 3 standard months to get me either of those ships, or else their precise location. Captain Dorja, you will release Captain Ferrier and his crew, and supply them with an unmarked intelligence freighter to use.
Understood. Admiral, the report on Kabarak's ship has come in from the scanning team.
Wookiee hairs. Your interpretation?
I can only see one, sir. Kabarak didn't escape from the Wookiees on Kashyyyk at all. They caught him, and then let him go.
It may be, Captain, that the Nogri have forgotten where their loyalties lie. I think it's time they were reminded that the Empire commands here. You'll return to the bridge and prepare a suitable demonstration.
Hello.
I greet you, Malari Osh. Let me track wait for you in the Doka.
Thank you. Please escort me to her.
Lady Veda, I greet you. You slept well?
Quite well. Your hospitality has been most honorable.
Your machine graciously volunteered to tell them the last story of our Lord Darth Vader.
Yes. It took until the end, but he was finally able to rid himself of the Emperor's web of deception.
The Wookiee is not of your family or clan, yet you trust him as if he were a friend.
Chewie was once merely a good friend. Now he's part of my family.
Why have you come here?
Kabarak told me his people needed help.
We serve one over-clan only. You would require service to another. This is the seed of discord and death.
Does service to the Empire satisfy you then? Does it gain your people better life or higher honor?
Do you see our history, Lady Vader?
I see it.
Then you see the terrible destruction of life created by the conflicts of old. I do not wish to return to those days. Not even for the daughter of the Lord Darth Vader.
I've seen more conflict and death in my lifetime than I ever thought possible. I have no wish to add to the list.
Then you must leave, and not come back while the Empire lives.
The Emperor used you, as the Grand Admiral uses you now. Has the aid they've given you been worth the sons they've taken from you and sent off to die?
Our sons have gone. But with their service, they have brought us life. You came in a flying craft, Lady Vader. You saw what was done to our land.
Yes. I hadn't realized how widespread the destruction had been.
Life on Honager has always been a struggle. It was like a war between gods. Their lightning flashed across the sky, through the night and into the next day, brightening the distant mountains with their fury. And yet, there was no thunder. Until the ground shake came. The lightning had been the anger of the gods. The ground shake was their war hammer. Whole cities vanished as the ground opened up beneath them. Fire mountains that had been long quiet sent out flame and smoke that darkened the sky over all the land. Forests and fields burned, as did cities and villages that survived the ground shake itself. From those who had died came sickness, and still more died after them. When finally we dared to hope it was over, The strange smelling rain began to fall.
The whole sequence of events painfully clear. One of the warring ships had crashed, setting off massive earthquakes and releasing toxic chemicals which had been carried by wind and rain to every part of the planet. We did this, she thought miserably. Our ship. Our fault. Was it the rain that killed the plants?
Yes. It was here that the Lord Vader found us. All feared him and the mighty silver-flying craft that had brought him and his attendants from the sky. But even amid the fear, there was anger at what the gods had done to us, and nearly 2/10 of warriors chose to attack.
And were duly slaughtered.
They were not slaughtered. Only 3 of the 2/10 died in the battle. In turn, they killed many of the Lord Vader's attendants. It was only when the Lord Vader himself intervened that the warriors were defeated. But instead of destroying us, as some of the attendants counseled, he instead offered us peace. Peace and the blessing and aid of the Emperor.
What sort of aid did he bring?
Food and medicine and tools came at once. He sent the mecha droids to begin cleaning the poison from our land.
And still nothing will grow outside the cleaned land?
Only the colm grass. It is a poor plant of no use as food, but it alone can grow now. The Lord Vader helped us in other ways as well. He sent attendants to teach our sons and daughters the ways to allow all clans to share the clean land. We have an honorable peace, Lady Vader. Whatever the cost, we pay it gladly.
Break time?
The children must now begin their share of the work of the village. Later in the evening, they will have the lessons which will equip them to someday serve the Empire.
No people should have to sell their children in return for life.
It is the debt we owe. How else shall we pay it?
You'll never be entirely out of their debt. You know that, don't you?
Yes. Perhaps matters will someday change. But until then, your presence here is a danger to us as much as to you. I will honor the pledge of protection, but you must leave.
Yes, I will leave. But the day will come, Matrak, when your people will see for themselves what the Empire is doing to them. When that happens, remember that I'll always be ready to assist you.
Matrak! Mirakazuki! Karamani Karoka! It is the flying craft of our Lord the Grand Admiral. And it is coming here.
Thank you to my patron, Jedi Council member Kyle O'Connor. If you wish to support the channel, please go to patreon.com/Nathan_S. Link in the description. And stay tuned for the next episode of Star Wars: Dark Force Rising.